9 years ago, December 17th, we lost our daughter. Brooklyn was stillborn after an emergency-type situation that affected both she and I. After this, Jeremy would often step outside of the hospital, where they had a quiet, peaceful area and a small waterfall to sit by, to rest in the quiet and connect with God. So fast forward to this year, Nicole shared a little bit, but I began running with some friends up at McDowell Creek Falls. And like she said, each week, midway through our run, we pause at the waterfall for a 2-minute listening prayer. It is so incredible. Jesus never leaves us empty when we spend time with him. I've learned so much there of the presence of God, of how he speaks to me. I've practiced hearing his voice and practiced sharing what he tells me. And as a group, we've referred to this time as waterfall wisdom or lessons from the waterfall. And there's been so much breakthrough and freedom that has been unlocked for me personally this year at this waterfall. So this week, on Brooklyn's birthday, this last week, we were looking at her scrapbook, and on the very last page, I had written her name, Brooklyn Noel, along with its meaning, and obviously I knew the meaning because I put it in there, but I just had forgotten over the year, and I could hardly believe my eyes. But her name means stream of the waterfall, and on this page is a picture of the original waterfall that Jeremy found peace at and that we all took family pictures at when we left the hospital. And I had also written the word praise because it was the spiritual connotation of her name from her name book, along with Psalm 74:15, which says, "You caused the springs and streams to gush forth, and you dried up rivers that never ran dry." And we named her at the hospital when she was born, so we didn't know the meaning or significance of this until we went home without her. Another significant thing to me is while I carried her, I only felt her move one time, and that was during worship. You normally feel your babies when you're quiet and have downtime, and she was lively in worship. So the next day was our run this week, and I was just in awe of the power of the waterfall at McDowell Creek that day. It was so full and so loud that we had to raise our voices to even hear each other. And it just made me think of what started as a small, comforting waterfall, symbolic of our daughter, and maybe that we had named her aptly, has become a huge force, overflowing with fullness and strength and abundance. And as I watched the stream that flowed from the waterfall, it felt like a stream of praise that flows out, watering all the dry and thirsty places, every nook and cranny, every hidden place, every disappointed place, bringing those places to light and fullness in Jesus. And I've just been blown away by God's faithfulness in this process as things come full circle. And the years have been laced with God's faithfulness. After Nicole asked me to share this, actually, I went and read my journal that I had written from the moment that we lost her, probably through when Easton was born. And it was just full, in the midst of all the broken pieces, the hurt, the healing, the disappointment, the ups and the downs. It was just full of the goodness and the faithfulness of God. Things I had forgotten, even the whole journey. And that's my testimony, I guess, just the faithfulness of God. But even as I was processing all this, it feels like this, aha moment. Like I started this place of disappointment and hard thing, and then it's all kind of, coming full circle. But God was just like impressed on me that it's not the end. This isn't like the destination, like, oh, Robin finally figured it out or whatever. There's so much more. He's so faithful, and there's going to be continual showing of his faithfulness through my whole life, through your whole lives. And that's it. I love my mask on.